Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Real Jack Army. How are we all doing, guys? So first up, we're going to hear from two supporters. But first of all, we're going to hear from the view of Barnsley FC supporter Joe on his thoughts about the game and what his prediction will be for tomorrow's game when we take on Barnsley at home. Here he is.
Hi there, my name's Joe Beardsley. I'm from the Red All Over Show, which is Barnsley FC's a YouTube channel where we talk all about the Super Reds and Barnsley FC. So give me a little plug in if you can, go and subscribe to the channel. We talk about all the teams that we're playing the championships. Obviously this weekend we're playing Swansea. Big thank you to Darren for asking me to do this little video so we can talk about that game. You know what, I'd have probably said that Swansea were going to win this one 2-1 as my prediction for this weekend's game because, you know, High Flyers, third in the league, I think, at the minute, doing really well. But I've just checked the scores, and at the time of doing this video, it's about 75 minutes on the clock, and Swansea were losing 2-0 to Derby. So I'm suddenly thinking that maybe we might get something out of it. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I hope you don't think that's me being too optimistic, but Barnsley have been playing really well lately, won the last 3 games in a row, which is something we don't get to say very often in the Championship. So really happy that we've managed to win 3 in a row. Really happy we're actually approaching the safety mark. Most fans might be saying, well, aren't you thinking about further up, getting playoffs? We'd love it, but let's be honest, we're Barnsley. We're not the biggest team in the Championship, so if we could just get to 50 points as soon as possible, we'll take that. So a really tough game for Barnsley. Obviously, Swansea got a really good defensive record. I think the best in the league. They'd only conceded 10 before the game against Derby. So, we score decent, probably score about the same amount as we concede, really. So we've got a mistake in us. I think that we'll probably not get more than 1 against Swansea. I think they'll probably get 1 against us. Going to go for a 1-1 draw, which would be a great result for us. And probably a good, would you say a good result for Swansea? Maybe Swansea would be looking to beat Barnsley. But at the same time, I think when you look at the recent form, Jack's fans might be saying, no, we've got to beat Barnsley if we want to be promoted. But when you look at recent form, we are the in-form side after like Norwich and Bournemouth. So I think a draw wouldn't be the worst result for them either. But I'm sure Darren will have something to say on that. But from my point of view, I will take a 1-1 draw, and that is my prediction.
Thank you, Joe, for that. I think we are going to totally come back from our absolute dismal performance on Wednesday night against Derby. We're going to win 3-1. Ayew, Roberts, Jamal Lowe. We didn't see much of any of them midweek because Derby were on top of us throughout the game, pressing us, keeping the ball well, which is normally what we do. But I think we're going to win this game by 3-1. But thank you so much, Joe. I will put your link in the description down below for supporters to check your channel out. And now we're going to hear from Curtis, who is another Swansea City supporter and has got his own channel. So over to you, Curtis.
Alright guys, this is Curtis, the True Jack, here on Darren's podcast, just to give a message and about the game. Well, Barnsley, they're on form moment. I think they've won 4 in the last 5 games, and obviously we lost to Derby 2-0 in our last game. They beat Preston 2-1 in their last game. They were 1-0 down that game, and between that 5 games they got hammered by Bournemouth. So realistically on paper it's a game that we should be winning, but Barnsley are on form at the moment, so I'm not going to be optimistic about this because of our loss against Derby. And Barnsley are in form going into this game. I do think that we'll probably get a draw at this game. I think Barnsley have been on form recently, and it was a good win against Cardiff in the Derby on Saturday, but after our loss against Derby County on Wednesday night, because we didn't turn up, I think we're going to draw this game. I reckon 1-1, Andre Ayew will score for us, and for Barnsley I'm going to go with Cowley Woodrow.
Thank you, Curtis, for that prediction from a Swansea City supporter's point of view. So I've got a quick couple of predictions from my Facebook group. Mark says, wasn't impressed with the result against Derby. We must bounce back if we intend on keeping in touch with Bournemouth and Norwich. Home form is good, so I do predict a Swans win. 3-1 Swansea. Lowe, Ayew and Grimes. Damien says 0-0. Leslie says slim 1-0 Swans win. Prob few changes too. Alan said we have to bounce back, no questions. We were poor at Derby, but we need the points to stay in touch with the top 2, no doubt. Cooper is more than capable of getting the right result on Saturday. I say 2-1 Swansea. I've gone for a 3-1 win. Thank you to Joe from a Barnsley point of view, and thank you to Curtis for your predictions, guys. I appreciate it so much. this channel, fingers crossed, next year will be better off than it is now. We're slowly growing members. We're on 40 members of the group. If you are interested in joining the Real Jack Army podcast, I'm going to change that name, I think. If you are interested, guys, then please let me know. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay positive, and have a good Christmas, guys. Let's hopefully Swansea will bag 3 points, 3 goals on Saturday for an early Christmas present for us Jacks. So I will stay safe and stay positive like you guys will over Christmas. So thank you so much, guys, and see you again in the new year. Thank you and goodbye. Apple Jacks!